yourself. Yo, I'm living. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, people. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever you are watching from. Welcome back to Football Digest on BBK Sports, where we discuss all things football, all things sports. I should really have my around the leagues background up because it's time to talk all things sports. All things sports. He did it, damn it. The Gyok did it last night. Got his brace. The brace I've been calling for against West Ham, against Fulham, the London derbies that's been loading up. And we got another one coming up on Sunday, I believe. I believe we play on Sunday, which should be nice. Big up to my bro Views. I sent the Raiders over early. But there's morning when I wake up and I come straight to the computer. And there's some mornings where I have to get the kiddos ready and all that. And sometimes I just lay there and chill out. And I don't jump up and hop on stream all the time. So big up. Didn't mean to keep you, man, waiting. But big up to my brother Views on Sport. Make sure you catch him back on Clean Through later on Shane the Gooner's channel. But big up to all the legends who stopped by, dropped a comment, and hit a like earlier. My respect on the thing. Big time. Manners and respect. In the building. But yes, people, he found it. Yuck found his goddamn goals yesterday. The Glock found his gun.
Woke up this morning. Yeah. You got yourself a gun. Yeah. Got yourself a gun.
Yep. He got it. So here's the thing, right? I get a lot of messages yesterday, a lot of pushback. Be like, oh my God, he is shameless. How dare he score those two jammy goals and celebrate? You know what? Shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear that. Nope. So what we're not going to do is, because if we go back to the Fulham game, right? If we go back to the Fulham game, man had two half chances where he turned clean, crisp, got beautiful contact, and guess what? Leno saved both of them, right? He saved the pretty goals, but the ugly, jammy ones that went into the net counted. You see how excited what man was to get a goal. Normally he runs to the corner flag or runs to the camera and do this. The ball was barely over the line. He was oh man, what a game of football. But we'll get into it still. Oh shit. Big up to my brother Jason Gooner. Brother, let me know if you about. I'll drop you the link, my bro. I swear I didn't even get my head on straight. But let me know if you. Big up to Miss Melina. I'm not your biggest fan right now with the whole Toronto Blue Jays thing. But you know what? You're up against the Mariners. The Mariners, that's the home team right now. So I hope they beat you. I'm not going to say we. I hope they beat you. Yeah? But big up. Big up to you, man. Let me run through this chat. Big up to Gooner SC. Hope you are good. Manners and respect. Big up to Mark. Gunner for life in the building. See Alvin. I see Bluebird. Kwaja hit ratings. Kwaja with the ratings. 6 for Raya. Yeah, what Raya? Listen. Timber 7. MLS 6 for MLS. Kwaja. My brother Kwaja. Lean in for a little bit, Kwaja. Just lean in. Put your phone next to your ear or go up to your laptop just a little bit. And for that 6 that you put next to MLS's name, Kwaja, you get one of these. Yep. I'm not playing with you today, Kwaja. Nope, we're not doing that. You get a hefty slap for that. Because MLS was my man of the match. And I'll tell you why as the stream goes on. But a 6 for MLS. Are you mad? Are you on Kwaja? Come on, Kwaja. I should give you 6 slaps for that, Kwaja. At least one more. A 6 for MLS. Okay. I think I need to remind Kwaja of what the fuck MLS did yesterday. Yeah? Yeah. So, let me remind Kwaja. I might even get done for copyrights, but who? Brother! What we doing, Kwaja? A 6. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Big up to Wahaha. Big up to Gunner for Life, man. Good afternoon to the assembled. When I respect. And I said that no said that no Score go to that with me foot them car. Hey. Chun. Big up, hey. LFC Monster in the house. Now, LFC Monster, could you please, pretty please, with cherry on top, do something for the footballing world tonight. And and lose. Go ahead and lose tonight and do 5 in a row so the football world can go on a mother, they say, because we're here for it, man. Good win for us. Definitely wasn't expecting that. Come on, you Gunners. So Gunner for Life, there's this myth going around, right? I hear this talking point this morning and I don't like it. And I'm going to shit all over that point. When I'm hearing Atletico fell apart or they collapsed. No. They didn't collapse. We blitzed them. They were in the game. Julian Alvarez takes a little bit of dip, or there's a little bit more curl on that chance that Raya gifted them, and it's a completely different game. They didn't collapse. We blitzed them. I'm not hearing that. It's the same thing. It's only our fan base, only our club that gets this, right? And as much as I malign the club, as much as I diss Arteta, I will defend my club when it comes to false slander. You know what I'm saying? You'll never catch me defending Arteta. I'll give him credit when he does the right things. But I'll never defend him per se, but I will defend my club. And this fake slander that I'm hearing, Atletico collapse, or when it's just like when we beat Real Madrid last year, it wasn't the Real Madrid. What the fuck? What are you talking about? Last time I checked, Mbappe was on the pitch, Bellingham was on the pitch, Vinicius was on the pitch. But whenever we beat him, come on, man. Stop it. Big up to Cooper. Hope your recovery is going well, my G. Yeah, man. Big up to Jason Gooner at the building. The first goal was Messi. Great positioning from the second goal, and he had a very good performance. His hold-up play was on point last night. Oh, no. The first goal we scored was a brilliant delivery from Deckers to open up the game. You know what I'm saying? The first, you talking about the first Gyökeres goal? Okay. Big up to Hendo. Hope you are good. Playing without fear of the opposition. Yeah, see? Yeah. Take the game to them. Don't sit back and just let these men come on to you and that. But yeah, I'm gonna give my 2 cents. Just got to get through this legendary chat. Because sometimes these comments lead me into my talking points straight away, you know. Happy with the win, says Mark, but I don't know. The set piece thing does not move me. It's a goal, I know, but it's not my kind of football. Yep, I hear it, Mark. I hear it. But just like yesterday and the day before, even if you watch the NBA opening last night, the points that Steph Curry scores from the free throw line, they count too. I know we love him and we like when he's just throwing up threes and he's banging them in and with his mouth guard hanging off. Wahaha will tell you he's a Dubs fan. But when the threes ain't falling, when the open play field goals ain't falling, he goes to the line and he makes those at 93%. And those points count too. Because they blitzed the Lakers last night. Watch man coming to meltdown when he sees the 5. Hey, I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. I don't think the football world would love anything other than that. When I say the football world, you know, it's the football world excluding the Liverpool fans. Because Liverpool, yep, you're big in football, but football is bigger than you. And you know, I would love to see it. Yeah. Kwaja literally should have gave Kwaja 6 slaps. I think he may have popped up out the stream, but when he pops back up in here, somebody alert me. When he pops back in the comments, I'm gonna slap him again. Big up, assembled, doing the Lord's work, giving his dapping. Yeah. Yeah. Quaja, man. You want that juking at me? Quaja on some fuckery. Some straight fuckery. Who got the official man of the match last night? It was Yokeres. He's all over the Champions League app. Foot Mob gave it to him. Most of the apps, he scored the 2 goals. Yeah, I don't know. Gave great interviews on the CBS thing afterwards. Gabriel is your man of the match. Okay. All right. So I'm going to be clear right now. My man of the match was Maz Lewis Kelly. And I'll tell you why in a second. And that's why I had to slap the shit out of Quadra earlier, because I don't know where he got a 6 from. I'll tell you why. Matter of fact, I'm going to go into it now. Fuck it. Man of the match shouts, right? I'll skip the dapping so I can get caught up on my man of the match rant. Okay. We score the first goal. Gabriel doing Gabby things. Man is keeping the clean sheets and he's scoring the goals, right? That's our captain, our voice captain. He should not be no further than 3rd in line for captain, right? Saka's wearing the armband now. Okay, whatever. Starboy been here the longest, all that. Odegaard, we know the coach loves them. Fan favorite. Declan Rice, captain material. But Gabriel is right there, right? He scores to open it up. Now, when we score, all of a sudden, the game came to life. People think it's second half blitz. The first half, the game was close. We came on to them good in the first half. Pause. However, after we scored, the game opened up. They started to come on to us. They started to press us. They were going into the game. You know what broke that press? Maz Lewis Kelly, number 49. When they were starting to press us, look where he took up residence in the center circle. Lines up at left back, That's our left back. Takes up residence in the middle of the park. Odegaard ain't doing that. We were being pressed. 18 years old, Champions League nights. Against one of the best pressing teams in Europe, a team that just put 5 past Real Madrid. Takes up residence in the center circle. Takes the ball. There are 5 defenders around him and breaks the press. The way he writes challenging, he is not a left back. This boy is a midfielder. Over the summer, man was saying, hey, let's go drop the bag at Villa and get Morgan Rogers. I'm like, no, bro, we have a Morgan Rogers in our squad. He may be even better. We have him already. We just line him up at left back. He takes up residence, makes that run, makes the game 2-0. Because Atletico scores 1-1, it's a different game. He gave us breathing room. And without the breathing room, those other 2 goals probably don't come. Unsung hero. Now, that is what you call an assist. I don't get too big on GA. I'm big on goals. But assists, you can make a 2-yard pass and someone else does all the work and you get an assist. For example, if Zubimendi had gave him that pass and Skelly made that run, did all that work and put it in the net, Zubimendi would have got an assist. But he did all that work for Martinelli to score. Now, that's an assist. Boss, that play, that was the most critical phase of play in the game. Because even the set piece that we scored from, it wasn't even a foul. Martinelli and homeboy came together. It was a coming together. Boom, boom. And the referee gave it to us. Now, I'm not going to malign the referee for that, because it wasn't a direct free kick that we put into the net off a foul that shouldn't have been. However, that Atletico started to grow into the game right after we scored. Maz Lewis Kelly put out the fire. They were starting to fume. They were starting to get some rhythm, starting to grow in the game. Lewis Kelly said, nah, bruv. Nope, that's an assist. Boss performance. That performance right there is kind of, if you man remember, was it 2011? Jack Wilshere versus Barcelona at the Emirates at 19. Remember that performance in the middle of the park? That's how, brother. I don't know what Quaja was on with the MLS 6, Come on, Quaja. That was, yeah. That must have been high, bro. Must have been high. Big up the LFC Monster. Frankfurt should be an ideal game for us to get back to our season back on track. I thought that about the United game and it didn't work out. Yeah, but this one might be, because this is European fixtures. German teams' defenses are shit, bro. If you look around the league last night, Look around the Champions League, like there were so many goals, bro. You see the way Leverkusen got fist up. 7, Red cards evened out. 7. The way PSG moved to them, man. PSG got some serious depth. When you can bring on a Ballon d'Or winner to make the game 6-2, you have some serious depth in your squad. Oh my days. A Simeone team not hacking MLS and letting them run through. That's the shit show from Atletico's point. But to be fair to MLS, he does that to most teams. He writes challenges. You damn near have to foul him. Right? In the middle of the park. Anyone touches him, that's a yellow. And one of my biggest criticisms of MLS is that he usually holds the ball too long. He writes the challenge, let it go. He writes the challenge. No, but he writes 2-3. Yesterday, he did it picture perfectly. Picture perfect. Now, if someone wants to tell me that Gabriel was the man of the match, no problems there. A goal, an assist, a clean sheet. Kept Sorloth quiet for the most part. Alvarez did his thing. But you keep a clean sheet, you get a goal and an assist as a center back, playing 72 minutes. Hey, I'm calm with that. But if it's anyone other than Gabriel, it's that Gyökeres with the jammy goals, even though I'm defending the jammy goals. It's MLS for being the ultimate pressure relief valve when they were starting to go into the game. Yee, man's out of hiding. Nems IDK. Listen, Waffle Don, I'm gonna need you to hold Nems accountable, for his crimes against football fandom. Right here playing switch hitter and that. We got less people. What's the light count? Can we pay our rent, my friends? Big up to Gavin. Appreciate you checking in. Big up to man like Darren Martin in the building. Real General Panago. Manners and respect every time. Always saw. But I don't know. Let me know if you guys disagree. But for me, MLS performance yesterday, he was my man of the match. The boy, that type of stuff takes cojones, and he did that. Big up to Sweet Cherry. Happy to jump on while I'm still at work. Hey, big up to you, Sweet Cherry. Appreciate you jumping on. Your jumping on is always appreciated, my friend. Gyökeres getting the pity man of the match. Zubi all day. Zubi was good. Zubi was class. I'm not gonna lie, but that pressure relief valve was Miles Lewis Skelly, because I really do believe, and I sincerely believe, if he doesn't create that second goal, and when I say create, I mean create. All he's doing, the second, the third, and the fourth one might not come, because Atletico was surely growing into the game. But people joining me, man like Jason, the Gooner, the General, Panagong, brother. Man of the match, straight away, in the fire. Man of the match for you, for the game.
My man of the match for the game yesterday was Big Gabby.
Big Gabby. No arguments there. Talk to me.
Yeah, Big Gabby to me, man. Like, look, it's just so many moments this guy score a goal, makes a big tackle, big challenge. Even right after the goal, if you remember, he went straight down and had like a kind of half chance and he blocked it.
Yep.
And it's like, that's Gabriel, like score a goal. And I think that's something that, a lot of, like a few years back before Gabriel would have become Gabriel, you probably see the goal right after that goal in that game. But those are the little differences I think he's making. And what you said earlier about the captaincy, well, I don't know if you guys saw this, but after the game, I don't know which outlet it was, but he was getting interviewed. And she started the interview and was talking in Portuguese, and he was answering everything in English. And I'm saying, yo, Arteta, you seeing this? Because I think the main reason why he ain't the captain, is the language,
Yeah.
Because even on the pitch, bro, he's the one that people are looking at. He's the one yelling at people, bringing them together.
Yeah.
To me, him and Rice are the two most vocal on the field.
Yeah.
So, even though Saka has the armband and Odegaard has the armband, to me, they don't really function like that on the field. At least how I would want my captain to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I grew up on Vieira. You see me? So one day, going to let you know what it is,
Yeah. Yeah. So where's he at now? because yesterday I said on another stream, I said, hey, I don't care who's better right now. I don't care who's best. There aren't many center backs, if any, that I'm taking over Big Gabby right now. With Timber, my center back and my right back, you can keep Reece James, you can keep VVD, you can keep Kerbasi, you can keep Gabriel right now. There's not a center back in Europe that I'm taking over. You agree?
Look, that's a tough one to argue against, to be honest, because the ones that I would put over him, I feel like they're not where they were. So like Virgil, Ruben Diaz, these are guys that I always had kind of a little bit over Gabriel. The only thing with Gabriel that I will say, I still feel like sometimes in possession, he doesn't scare me like he used to. but it's still like, all right, sometimes, you know what I mean? But it's very rare now, which is great. And that was the only thing that ever bothered me about Gabriel, because I always thought, and also another thing, yeah, good shout Wahaha with Pacho, the Ecuadorian from PSG. He's good. He's a good shout too. But yeah, I would put Gabriel probably over him right now, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, look, that shout is a good shout, It's not. I don't think anybody could hear that and say, "Yo, these Arsenal fans, bro, them just always hyping it." Like Gabriel really and truly is up there right now.
Yeah, because you can go back 3 seasons. This is not a knee-jerk reaction. But the past 3 seasons, the consistency has been out of this world.
Well, I remember when Saliba came back to the club, there was a time when I had him above Gabriel. And then the more I watched and the more I really analyzed and I look at the stats and I said, well, usually a team will have an A and a B defender. And when you look at the statistics and what they actually do, Gabriel's always been the A. He's the one that like stopped things. You know what I mean? Now Saliba, because of what I was just talking about with like sometimes when he's on the ball, Gabriel could give it away. You didn't see that as much from Saliba in the beginning, but Saliba has his mistakes in him too with the ball, and we've seen that the Real Madrid game, Champions League, he's done it a few times this season, kind of on the ball a bit too long. So yeah, Gabriel, the A defender for Arsenal, and I think right now if you're arguing that he's the best in Europe, I don't see many that could argue against that.
Okay. Yeah, man, that's fair. So, did you have a prediction going into yesterday's game? You think we get like a 2-0 or 2-1?
I actually, yeah. So in my head, I was thinking we'd probably win the game 2-0. But I also in the back of my mind had a feeling like Atletico could score the first goal, only because I thought that Arteta would try to go at them, which we did. But I always had this fear of Simeone and Alvarez for some reason, and those were kind of the two guys that like looked the most likely to do something. I thought he gave MLS a little bit of a threat in the first half, especially. So Simeone, that is the coach's son, and I think Skelly was lucky actually not to get a yellow card. I don't know if you remember that play where basically if he didn't pull him down, he would have had a whole bunch of space, and Alvarez is going to play that pass over the top into a whole bunch of space. But you remember the play where he kind of like armbarred him or whatever the case was?
I do remember that play, but the ref set the tone early for how he was going to call that game, because I've seen so many times, man, threw Timber to the ground, threw Gyökeres to the ground. So he made it clear, hey, you guys are going to play some ball today. I'm not just going to be dishing out cards. So I was fine with it. He was fair on both sides.
Yeah, no, I think not giving him a card, but did he? Oh, he did call the foul. That's right. I thought he just did the foul. Yeah. Yeah, but one thing I want to ask you though, before you ask me something, are you concerned at all that we played 3 games in the Champions League and Zubimendi had 3 yellow cards in every, like a yellow card every game? Like, is there something in this game that you're seeing that's causing it?
No, because Declan has 2 as well.
Yeah, because look, I think it's actually something that the team does. I think Arteta has told them, like, if you feel like we're gonna be unbalanced at any point, if this guy gets by you, take the card.
Yep. Because I'm looking at it, I'm like,
it looks like a directive from the coach at this point.
Because he is looking at the next game and he's like, we can probably beat Slavia Prague without Zubimendi.
So Declan has to not play in that game. You know that, right? Yeah,
he probably won't play. So
there's no Zubi, no Declan. So would he do that though?
Yeah, he will. He probably play Nogard, and then there's Marino.
Or will he tell Declan, look, you're a senior player. I know what I tell you about pulling down man in the counter, but don't do it tonight. I don't know.
Nah, he'll still do it. Especially, Yeah, I think we have enough.
Because we have Bayern after them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so we
So,
can't
yeah.
afford to have Deckers get
Yeah.
that third yellow.
Yeah. But you said you predicted a 2-0. So in your head, you trust that we were going to keep a clean sheet, because I predicted a 1-0 on Arsenal Revolution TV, and the man them were like, "You don't think they'll score?" I said, "No, I don't think they'll score. This is how much I rate the defense." And I put all this down to Gabby, bro. At this point, like, coaches probably they need to incentivize their striker. If you score against Arsenal, you get a bonus. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's just how much that's the defense depends on my thing. Right
Yeah.
now.
What? I think I saw a stat yesterday. Arteta coach in this Champions League group stage thing. We've had 9 home games and we haven't conceded a goal.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. Our defense.
It don't translate into a trophy, but you know.
Yeah, and inter defense, looking impenetrable right now. But
and it was the same last group stage last year. Inter and us had like no goals against for like, I don't know, the first 4 games or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear the gay he shout, I rate gay he, but there's no way in hell. Not even on the best day of the week when there's 75 degrees sunshine and no clouds in sight that I'm taking him over Gabriel or Saliba, to be fair.
Gay is the best English center back right now.
Yeah.
But I think that's what we're
just available, but I ain't taking him over none of mine. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't even put Gay over Saliba, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because if he's in our team, does he display Saliba and start?
Nah. Yeah, but top guy though. Top guy.
No, I rate him, Don't get me wrong. We just have 2 of the best CVs right now. That's all.
Yeah. But yeah, man, MLS, what he did yesterday, there aren't too many players in the team when we're under the pressure, under the press, is going to take up a position like that and rides them many challenges and make that type of run. You know what I'm saying? That was just a fantastic performance from the young man. Bravery, confidence with himself to do all that stuff. So, Gabriel, but I don't give anyone any pushback if they're saying Gabriel is the man of the match, because Gabby just doing big Gabby things, man. Big up to him.
Gabby's a beast. I was gonna ask you though, like, I know everybody knows Skelly's a midfielder, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay with him playing left back because of the way we kind of play? Because he doesn't really receive the ball on the left a lot. I mean, at times he does, but most of the time he gets it where he got it to start that goal, So in that sense, like, I don't hate it because he's athletic enough to play left back if he needs to defend. I mean, yes, that's not his best thing that he does, but he's not gonna just get cooked over there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I kind of don't mind putting him in this role, because to me, not Zubimendi so much, but Rice for sure leaves that area once we're in possession. He's going to get the ball in those areas if he plays left back for us. I just feel like people, because everybody's saying just play him in midfield, but we have another guy that plays in midfield that can't get game and will cost. So we're going to put Miles Lewis Skelly into midfield and then cost more when him don't get no game.
Well, Lewis Kelly's performance yesterday gives fuel to that fire that he needs to be in the midfield. But I'm fine with him lining up at left back, because the advantage that he gives us when he is the overload when he steps into the midfield. So he's fine, because we were blitzing teams in the first spell title charge with Zinchenko doing the same thing. This guy's just better.
To be honest, it's just Arteta's tactic, because guess who breaks the press in the Premier League? Mm-hmm. The Italian. He's the one collecting and driving with the ball.
Yeah.
So it's the system is set up for a player like Skelly to thrive playing left back.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to big up Arteta for a second, yeah? I'm going to take a sip of my juice. the rotation, spot on. Because Calafiori wasn't benched yesterday.
No.
Rotation.
Yeah.
Trossard wasn't benched yesterday. Rotation. Right? So come when it was Sunday or Saturday, we go back to Palace. If Skelly sits and Calafiori's back in, brother, it's good rotation. Now what you're going to have, healthy legs, players in form. You know what I mean? And I think going into the Slavia Prague game, I actually appreciate him bringing Norgard on to get some minutes, because he's probably going to have to play based on these yellow cards and how they go.
He's going to start that game.
Yeah. So, but the Gyökeres, he finally get his goals, bro. Ball finally hits the net. Kick on time.
Look, I feel like his stats haven't looked good in the last couple of games, but it looks like he finally put the Tims away because the touches are a little bit, they're cleaner. He's getting it, he's popping it off to the midfielders and stuff. Obviously, it's never gonna look like Gabby Jesus or somebody, but at least what he's trying to do is coming off in the build-up play phase. And what I'm glad about yesterday more than anything, that it was two scrappy goal. Because to me, those are the type of goals he's gonna have to score for Arsenal, bro.
Yeah.
Them ones in the 6-yard box where we just need him to be there. But I don't know if it's a kick-on moment, so to speak, like where he just goes on this crazy run of goals. But I will say I like the overall play more now, right? Yeah. And I think now that I've seen him for 8-9 games for Arsenal or whatever the case is, I know exactly what it is. I'm not like let down when I don't see a fancy thing happen because he can't do that. I just kind of know what he's gonna do. And I will say that the people that are benefiting the most from him being on the field is the Sakas, the Maduekes, the Martinellis, the Trossards. Because this dude occupies space. And it's a problem for most teams.
Yeah. So the thing is that when they say that MLS is being found out, that brother, he's able to take those risks from left back because Arteta trusts Gabriel to cover for him. The same way that Klopp used to trust Van Dijk and Matip and them man to cover for Trent, because his impact on the game was going that way. You know what I'm saying? So,
and to Wahaha's point, right?
Yeah.
That's the reason why Gabriel is one of the best, if not the best, in Europe, because he's the one that allows whoever is playing left back to go play striker when they feel like. Because he holds down an entire side by himself.
Yeah, facts.
Literally.
Yeah, since his surge, next to him he's had Zinchenko, Kivior, Calafiori, or Skelly. Universally, these aren't great defenders, but yet still we've been keeping the most clean sheets. You know what I mean? So, but let me get your thoughts on this set piece stigma, my bro. Because if set pieces are so easy to score from, why doesn't everybody do it? Why don't everyone just pass the back to their goalie and start over?
Look, I think all right. What people should do, anybody that's hating on the set pieces, just look at 5 set pieces that we have scored, and I want you to just look at what everybody does. Yo, bro, it's intricate what we do sometimes, bro. Like the timing of when. All right, so let's say the free kick from Rice, right? If you notice, everybody starts outside the box, and then they run in. And if you notice, all of them have a function of what they're doing. Martinelli goes in front of everyone and literally stands like behind their main threat to defend the set piece. So we put him off balance right away. Whoever is the guy that always buck out the ball for the other team, watch the next time we have a set piece, somebody on our team is just blocking him, right? That's the first thing. So right away, you take out their best defender. It's like if we had a defender in a set piece and they block Gabriel off somehow. Same thing, right? The next thing that happens is there'll be like 2 more guys in the box that literally are just screeners for whoever we want to get the ball. So Gabriel is running free, Saliba is running free, Gyökeres is running free. Everybody else in the box is there to just get those 3 guys free.
Yeah.
All that chaos you see and all of that, it's method to it, bro. I've studied it and I'm like, yo, over. I understand it was overboard to give the man a big mural or whatever it was, right? But bro, the man is working. Because it's method to it. And then obviously the part that you can't coach, right? Declan Rice literally is incredible. The man puts the ball perfectly. I would say 8 out of 10. We don't have the same thing with a left footer because I don't think Odegaard and Saka have that ability to put it on a sixpence every time. But they have the quality on one or the other to do it as well. So we still score from the other side from time to time. But I think it's all those things put together, and that's why we score a lot more than other teams. Not saying that we don't have coaches, not saying that all of them have set piece coaches now. but there's something that this guy is doing that is a little bit better than the rest, for
Yeah.
sure.
And the thing is, like, it's like an NFL play, bro, where you have 11 players trying to execute one play for a touchdown, and
Yeah.
Declan Rice is the quarterback, but he's using his feet instead of his. And you know how difficult it is to be able to do something that everyone is trying to stop, and they know it's coming. Now, what do we use? Remember, Aaron Robin. What do we used to say about Robin? You know what's coming, and you
Yeah.
can't stop it. And we that was greatness for him. You know what I mean? That if you're good at something, you don't stop doing it. Big up to Uncle Views. Manners and respect every single time, brother.
Big up
Big up
views.
to you, man. Hope everything is good, bro. But yeah, man. So you know, we take this, we put the 3 points in the bag, clean sheet, and we move to Sunday. You know, so challenge the team the next 5 games. I need to see 5 wins. Two of the 3 check already, right? West Ham check. Who we play? Fulham check. Moving ahead to Palace at the weekend. Palace have looked good. But I'm of the opinion that where Arsenal are right now, we can't do a Man United. And by that I mean we can't take the best player off another team and then let them come to our ground and beat us.
For
Right.
real.
So I hear that Palace is a good team. Riet Glasner as a coach.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm looking at putting some W's on the board. What say you?
Yeah, look, I think the key in the game against Palace is gonna be, to me, Palace superpower. Obviously, everybody knows Mateta, Sarr, brilliant. Those are the 2 that I fear the most, right? But I just have a feeling like we have the setup to kind of deal with them. Pino is an X factor, the guy who they brought over from Spain, because he ain't really threw the kick on yet. But Arsenal at this game is the type of game where you can announce yourself to the league and everything. So I have to watch out for him as well. But I think, honestly, the Tyreek Mitchell and the Munoz, right? That's the key for me to Palace being like a serious threat. And when you play Arsenal, if you're going to have that system of 3 in the back and the wing backs bombing forward, that can be a kryptonite for you. So the key to the game, honestly, is going to be how willing is Glasner to take the handbrake off of those 2 players. Because if he does, I think we'll be able to deal with their threats either way, and then it's just going to be space for us going the other way. So to me, that's going to be the key. Where is the starting position of the 2 full wing backs of Crystal Palace? Because if we can keep them pinned back in a 5, and the momentum of the game is for them just to sit, I know people say we don't really break the low block down that well, which is kind of true, but I just feel like right now we have a little more confidence, especially after Baka scoring those 4 goals. So I feel like if they do come and sit back and they have those wing backs pin back, I feel like they've done a little bit of the work for us, because I think they can hurt us if those wing backs get pushed forward.
So speaking of handbrake, you think Eze still playing with a handbrake on a little bit?
No, I think with Eze right now, it's clear that like he's still trying to find like where the best pockets are for him. So sometimes I feel like he would be getting on the ball even more if he kind of like was in tune totally with how we want to play. Because sometimes I see him doing the Odegaard thing where he comes like way out to the wing to get the ball. But then like in his brain, he wants to really find it in the inside pocket somewhere. And I feel like right now he hasn't really found exactly where to go to get that ball in the pocket. Now, when he does receive it, you see the problem he created. He played that wicked pass to Saka down the right and combined really well in the first half a couple of times. But in the second half, for whatever reason, he wasn't really able to find those pockets. So I think he's just still trying to adjust to life with Arsenal in terms of like in this central midfield role, particularly, where do I go? Because he's not doing the Odegaard thing as much. You don't see Saka and him really linking. I think he's trying to find a different place on the pitch to find that space. That's the only thing with him. But when he gets the ball, he's doing things with it. I just feel like he's not really comfortable yet finding that space to get the ball a lot.
Should have scored. He should in the first half. The ball that hit the bar, Declan probably could have put that in, but he should have scored. He did that. He did the same thing against Newcastle. Like he's getting into good space. He is doing things that once the ball hit the net for him,
I think you're right.
Yeah,
like similar to Gyökeres, he just needs to see the ball go in. Yeah.
He scored against that Port Vale team, but man, it's levels. Man scoring didn't even celebrate. He wants a Premier League goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wants a Prem goal at the Emirates. You know, announced himself, Arsenal player, Arsenal childhood fan. But I think part of the struggle, part of Jesus Christ, 20. Oh my God. Oh, this guy, man. He never learns, you know. he just okay, part of it just threw me off now. So our first game of the season was away at United, right? The guy who coached Gyökeres for in Sporting. So say what you want about Ruben, he must know Gyökeres better than Arteta because he knows him, right? So he knows his strength, knows his weakness. I think that was bad for Gyökeres that the first game of the season we had his former coach, and he had pretty much, I don't want to say a blueprint, but he showed how you can make Gyökeres look ineffective of some sorts. Because every time I look, someone's on his back and he's being wrestled, bro. So now we fast forward to Sunday, we have the same kind of dynamic with Glasner, who got the best out of Eze at Palace. He knows Eze better than Arteta knows Eze. So any concern that
Look, I think with Eze it's a little bit different because you know Eze is a techie baller, right? So even if you know me, like players with tech, they're gonna like they can counter you. You see what I'm saying? Like Gyökeres literally has one way.
Yeah.
And if you stop that way, you stop that way. Simple. Yeah. Eze is not that type of player though. Eze will score goals from out the box. He will play a 1-2 and score. He does all kind of different things. So I guess the concern would be like, yeah, they might know his tendencies a little more, right? They might know a trigger. Like, yo, if you see him do this dip, he's really trying to get back to this right foot to do this. Maybe with that. But again, he'll just counter that. He'll just go left and shoot with his left foot this time because that's the type of play he is.
Yeah. So, Tony, you see this LFC monster, yeah? It was 3 weeks ago. This man was in here with those same laughing emojis, but in front of it, it wasn't the quad word. It was cheeky invincible loading. That's when they were 5 for 5. 3 weeks later, you see where Liverpool are. You see how fast life comes at you, bro. But when you do shit like this, come on, man. Tony, you my brother. You know what? Tomorrow, listen, people, tomorrow, same time, Tony Claude will be here, and I'm gonna cook him. Because this is what he does, this giddy shit, and he get carried away. And then I gotta go answer for his crimes on other panels. So, Tony, we will talk tomorrow. But come on, man. Well, said, I remember your fraudulent
Wait, said Lakers was going to win?
Yeah, I thought Lakers would have did them last night. Yeah, I know. I thought Luka was gonna do this, you know, because he's the guy that he's a moments player,
Luka better go find those 30 pounds, man, so he can body people again.
Yeah, right. And I think that's lost on a lot of people, that is lost.
That's literally how he was getting a lot of buckets, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Now, look, I do agree though, it's gonna help him on the defensive end, but LA ain't stopping nobody, even if he's playing defense. So
exactly.
It don't matter.
Exactly. So JJ, you get tasked to find that delicate balance of where next. But all right, man. So you see Tony saying what he said. I'm not even going to repeat that. This year, I see everyone saying it. Team is good enough. Well, like we all know this is one of the main reasons I'm mad at the manager, right? But you see this thing going around the YouTube spaces where the Liverpool faithful are playing hot potato with the Premier League under pressure, but like, no, it's yours. It's yours to win. You subscribe to that it's ours to lose?
Actually, yeah. I actually do think that. You know why?
The Premier League trophy that sits at Anfield.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Because look, I think what this season is showing me right now, right, is we were ready to anoint Arne Slot as like the greatest of all time, right? Not quite, but we give him a lot of praise for what he did last year. And I told people in the summertime, I said, listen, getting these players and more players and everything, all that's gonna do is let us really know if Arne Slot's a good manager. Mm-hmm. Because last year, all of us could close our eye. We didn't have to look at Fat Mob. We didn't have to look at SofaScore. We knew the 11.
Yeah,
we knew it. This year, he has to actually choose an 11. Mm-hmm. He has to see who's on form and who's going to fit with what player and who we playing against and all these things. And that's where he's falling short as a manager. You see it already. How can they be benching Ekitike right now, bro?
Because you got a better striker.
But is he better right now today?
He's better.
Yeah, but he's not better today.
If you're picking a world 11, you're picking. You probably go Holland and him.
11 is one thing because you're going off of like, this is what the man did over 3-4 seasons. But a manager looks at today, looks at last week, looks at training, looks at sharpness, looks at everything. You're telling me that Isak looks more sharp than Ekitike right now?
No, it doesn't. But I always say
that's my point.
Yeah, but I always say, what's the why? Because he's playing them for a reason. So what's the why? Is it a political? Because if you're Xabi Alonso and you go coach Real Madrid, Florentino comes down like just like Jerry Jones, and he'll say, "Hey, you see these two guys, Vinicius and Mbappe, they play. The rest of them, you can figure it out. But these two blockbuster guys are the reason why we get the big pie of the La Liga money. They will play. That's politics, right? So we know that there's politics at the Bernabeu. What's the why where you have someone who clearly suits your team better than the guy that you're starting, but he keeps on doing it? And today at 2 p.m. when that lineup comes out, I'm inclined to believe that Isak is going to be on the team sheet. Now, if he can find a way to shoehorn both of them in there, cool. But I think if he's picking a striker, he's going to pick Isak because that's the guy that he really wanted. I think they went for Ekitike because they weren't sure if Isak was going to come, how that whole situation played out. Because when I asked the Liverpool fans, if you had got Isak as your primary target, do you still go drop 80 million pounds on Ekitike? But the way they were moving at the time, they were like, yeah, man, because, Diaz left and this and that. I was like, I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. I think you need some separation between number one and number two. Or what you're going to end up having is Erling Haaland, Julian Alvarez. Someone has to go. You need Bobby Firmino, Divock Origi. One who is clearly better, but another one who understands his role. Henry, Wiltord. You know what I'm saying? So, but them two, Ekitike knows that he has to play heavy minutes to make that French squad because they're deep in that position. You know what I'm saying? Because if you even know, did you notice his style of play when he came onto the pitch against who they lose to at the weekend?
The last game when he hit the post, Man U he's talking about, right?
Yeah, the Man U game. Like, well, he came on. He was hell bent on scoring. He was dribbling and shooting. Like he wasn't looking for.
When I saw him come on, that just drove home my point. But you're right. I'm thinking of it from I don't care. I'm not hearing no board members talking to me. I'm the coach. I want to play the damn players I think gonna make me win. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. There is that involved that I'm not taking into account. They drop this money on this player. He's the guy. He has to become the guy. We're going to play him into being the guy,
Yeah.
But then again, he's dropped Verts, and they spent a bag of money on him. So make that make sense.
Yeah, that's a great point. But I did ask him. I asked the Liverpool faithful in the summer. I said, "Do you think he's tinkering with the team too much? Too much? I think Verts, because I thought Verts was a luxury signing to begin with. I mean, did they need to add to their midfield? Probably.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the guy that they needed. I mean, but based on his world play and all that, it's great to have him in your team. But is that what you
needed? A Zubimendi. That's what they needed.
Yeah.
Like when you look at it, because everybody threw the crown on Gravenberch as well, and I love Gravenberch, but I don't really think he's a 6, bro.
Yeah.
I don't really think he's a 6.
You think he's more of a box crasher?
Yeah, more of an 8. I mean, the thing is, like, he can. I think he needs to be in a pivot with someone else if he's gonna play 6. I don't think him being the lone 6 with 2 guys going ahead of him is the best thing for him.
Yeah, Ekitike is good, but he got in his head that he has to be the number one. Yeah, and I mean, I think that's the main reason why he took off his shirt when he scored that tap in.
That's a striker. That's the mentality you're gonna have most of the time if you're a striker. Nobody wants to be the second guy.
This fucking guy, man. Seriously, let me see if I can read this like people. I mean, seriously, people, we have to be a
European royalty.
Destruction of European royalty. Literally disgrace Simeone and his minions out on the N5, and yet I should be mute. Now, Tony, you can. Being mute is one thing. Talking about treble, and it like
Tony, this just seems like you just started following Arsenal like last season or something. That's all.
Nah, man. Tony's the OG.
Oh, I know he is. I'm saying what it seems like. What it seems like.
Jesus Christ, Tony. Yeah, you can. Oh my days! But so you said ours to lose. I don't know, man. I don't. Okay, flip it. Right, you flip a coin. Arsenal walked the Premier League last year. Walk it. 10 points clear. Could have been 20 if we kept playing. Then we go into the transfer window and break the transfer record twice. And then there's a bunch of a serial second place team, a manager who's never won anything other than an FA Cup with someone else's team. Blah blah blah. Never won anything. And then Arsenal, we're saying to that team, "Hey, you're the favorites." You think we would get away with that?
No, but I think you have to contextualize it, right? So the reason why I said that, because you make a good point with what you just broke down there. But let's analyze what they brought in, right? We just had a conversation about luxury signings, right? So they brought in Ekitike, they brought in Isak, they brought in Verts, right? They needed one of those two strikers, and they really didn't need Verts, right? So all that money spent on one player really that you needed, right? Then we move into the other buys they made. Kirkes seems to be not ready for the shirt. That's my early assessment of him, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other left back, Robertson, is past his best, right? Then you have Connor Bradley, who they wanted to kind of see as the next guy. He's not really playing as well as he was playing when he first burst onto the scene. And they bought Frimpong, who I told Liverpool fans ain't a right back in a back four system. He's not.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's getting minutes coming on for Salah late in games. They did not make what I think was the right adjustments for their defense or their midfield, because they went with attacking players and they needed more solidity in the defensive areas. And that's why, even with them walking the league last year and getting all these signings, I still feel like it's ours to lose, because we did better business in terms of what we needed for our team to fill in spots and get depth where we need depth. And, I just feel like right now how we constructed, the only thing that's stopping me from I know the only thing stopping you from agreeing with me is Arteta.
Yeah. So here's the thing about the contextualization. Because no one contextualized that Saliba got hurt and we had to go to the Etihad with Rob Holding to play against Erling Haaland for the run-in. No one contextualized us signing Kai Havertz when they had Haaland in the treble-winning season. And no one contextualized the bunch of injuries that we had last year. It was just not. You meant a serial bottlers. You didn't get it over the line. You were 8 points clear. That's all we don't hear any context. You know what I mean? But, now I don't want to call them the media darlings. Enough people do that. But there's too much context around Liverpool. No, you are the Premier League champions, right? In the words of the great Rudy Tomjanovich, you can never underestimate the heart of a champion. They are the champions. We don't have any. It's not a matter of who can and who can't. It's a matter of who did and who didn't. They have done it. We haven't. Even if we outplay Liverpool, even if we did all this stuff in the transfer window and got what we needed in that, they have the know-how because they have done it and we've seen it. And I don't even think the Man United faithful will be able to get away with walking the league, having the transfer window that they had, and then say to someone else, yeah, it's your title to lose. I don't think anybody else could get away with this. And if anyone ever doubted why we call Liverpool the media darlings, this is why, because they're allowed to say this.
Yeah, like why am I not saying right away it's theirs to lose?
Yeah. You know what I mean? It should be no other. You are the champion until someone takes it from you. That Muhammad, you can only lose the belt in the ring. You can't lose the belt in the transfer window. LFC Monster said the pressures all are still here for us rivals. That's changed. Is Arsenal favorites now, and as it stands for me. No. I'm not hearing that fuckery. So now Atletico are a poor team and their manager isn't relevant in Europe. Oh, I see. But all men said what Atletico would teach us football and lessons. Nah, Tony, we're not saying that they're a poor team. They're saying they're a good team. You led with treble talk. You know what I'm saying? That's where
I started off with great win or something.
Yeah. You got too far, Tony. Frimpong has only played 2 games at right back, though. So we really, really know now.
And he's only played 2 because of how he looked there. That's not by coincidence, monster.
Yeah. But yeah, big up to Tony. People, smash up the likes. And make sure that you are subbing to Jason Gooner TV. I will put his channel in the title of the video once we are done. The Assemble said there's a long way to go yet. Sometimes the team can peak too early. Facts. By February, we should be walking into consistency, will we? Injuries and players comes into form and into play. So here's the thing with the injuries thing. There is no injury crisis at Arsenal. We only have 4 players injured, and 3 of those come back this month. Gabriel Jesus is the only long-term injury. Like, we never had an injury crisis this season. We've had the depth. So whenever those guys get back, and they'll be like new signings, I actually think Gabriel Jesus can be useful to the squad. Like in a game, in the EFL Cup game like Brighton, or when the FA Cup starts and you draw a Coventry and that, you can play him.
I always felt since he's been there, whenever he's been on form, that's the most we cook as a team. When he's playing striker.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously we barely see that, so I can't really hang my hat on that. But I'm just saying.
Yeah. Waffle Don said people hating on my club. My club. Yeah, but we're gonna get the hate. And I was asking the Waffle Don yesterday because I look across. Hey, bro, have you ever done a Chelsea stream?
Like just
like Chelsea played a game and then you did a match reaction to Chelsea game.
Never.
Yeah, I haven't either. Never. Right? But yesterday,
you're seeing Chelsea fans do that.
Too many of them, bro. Too many of them. Everybody got something. Your game is today. And I'm saying, if you look across it, well, why is that? Why is every man, and these are big channels, man, who will get traction with regardless?
Look, I think it's a part of the reason why a lot of the things that are associated with Arsenal happen. It's just we have a very large presence in these spaces. Like that's a fact. There's Arsenal fans everywhere. There's Arsenal content creators everywhere. So it's an easy way to get engagement if you talk about Arsenal.
Okay, good. I'm glad we know what it is.
That's
right?
the reason.
Yeah. Because, brother, I was like, God damn, Matisse and all these men. That
miss again,
brother. That damn Hussam. That brother. That man.
Another set piece goal.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there looking like, wait a minute, you beat Atletico off a set piece. This same Atletico team that we just blamed. You beat them off a set piece after you were 2-0 up in 10 minutes. You beat Burnley off a set piece. You beat us off a set piece. All of a sudden, it's like people, not enough people call this shit out. You know what I mean? Big up to Yaga P. Yeah, I saw Monson Hussam show up on my feet. Arsenal annoyed me, but absolutely slapped Atletico. It's just, I don't know, man. But yeah, I trust this defense so much, bro. And when I look across the team, I still think that the left wing is throughout the course of a season, it's going to rear its head, right? Because there will be games where Martinelli don't be great. But yesterday, matter of fact, his performance yesterday, because we talk about Skelly, we talk about this guy, that guy. Martinelli's performance yesterday, he was actually good, man. I'm seeing him do touches that normally he.
That's what I was about to say. I think Martinelli right now obviously is confident, right? And clearly he's a different player when he's confident. He actually looked Brazilian yesterday. Like, he has that Martinelli on there, so it's Italian sometimes. And yesterday it was Brazil. Like, there was no Martinelli. It was just Gabriel yesterday. And he was cooking, bro. He was cooking. And even the way he took that finish, so like when he's not confident, bro, he scuffs that. I'm telling you, he scuffs that. He goes offside. Something happened. That would not happen that way. But when he's confident, though, I still feel like the fact that he's confident now, I don't know if you think this, but in the first half, brother, there was like a tilt to the right-hand side. Literally everything end up a soccer foot. And I feel like we need to realize those moments when Martinelli is actually cooking to give him the ball too. I don't know if you think that, but I got that feeling yesterday in the first half, like, yo, please, the next attack, go to the left. Please, I'm begging you, go to the left. This guy actually wants to do something today. Give him the ball.
Yeah. His performances in Europe have been some of his better performances, to be fair, over the past 2 or 3 seasons. Even though he was dead in the Prem in some games, in Europe he does actually play well. Big up to Charles.
You think that's like the way the European games are played just suit him better?
Yeah, because Atletico don't give a damn that we're fourth in the Prem, that we're first in the Prem. They're gonna play us like we're just another team. That's just how they roll. Olympiacos didn't care either. They didn't care that Barcelona was leading La Liga yesterday, and that's how they got slapped for 6. They don't care. They play football. Big up to Charles. Said, why does Riot have brain farts time to time and goal? It's because he's not doing anything. And Yeah, it might be he just wants to feel involved in the game. But that play yesterday that he almost gave a goal, that was indecisiveness. Either he paused for a second. Right?
Well, all right. So this is where he messed up, right? When the ball is
Mhm.
approaching him, he's
Mhm.
already made up in his mind, I'm going to shield this ball. He was
Mhm.
never going to be able to shield that ball. He didn't have enough
Yeah.
pace.
Yeah.
So that's where he first messed up. And then once his back's to play and he's where he is, for him to like think that little move, he didn't even do a move. He just paused and then pushed
Yeah.
the ball. And
Yeah.
Simeone just take with the ball. And
Yeah.
and I thought when he tackled him, I figured it was going to be a foul and a yellow card, but it wasn't. And I think
Yeah.
he was hoping to get a foul.
Yeah.
Because if you notice, like he kind of paused and look at the ref, like, is it a foul? And by that time, Simeone pick up the ball and throw in the ball. Now,
Yeah.
another thing, did you like? I had to cuss Gabriel on that play too, because your keeper is out the goal, right? One of the two of them, Saliba or Gabriel, one of them go stop on the line, the man, what not do?
Yeah. Bro, I think he was in shock. He was like, how are we just in control of the game? Because Raya does this, Charles. He does it at Anfield. Even at Anfield, the first touch that Liverpool got in our box is when he kicked it straight to Van Dijk. Kicked it straight to him. He does it. Raya has some bozo moments in him.
Yeah,
Even last year at Man United, that free kick that Bruno scored. Go look at his positioning.
Yep.
Look at his positioning where he's standing. If he stretches his left arm, he can touch the post. That's how close he was. And the other half of the goal was open. Right? This is what he does, bro. And it's decision making. He just does some weird stuff at times. And I thought he was going to kick it out for a corner. You kick it out for a throw, they take a quick throw, and a little more bend on that, and it's long.
Well, see, the thing is, if he kicks it out for a throw, right? There is a ball over there, but it's like 30 yards down the field for them to go get. So it's in the crowd and they can't do the quick throw. But he did a slide tackle where the ball is right there for him to pick up and throw it back in right away. So that's where he messed up. And also he has all right. So there was another play where they were in behind. I think it was from our set piece, a corner or something, and he was decisive. He was there. He cleared it out for a throw. So when he's decisive, it's fine. It's worry people. If you're a fan of Arsenal, when you see Raya in goal and the ball is approaching him, and he does that thing where he stands on the ball with his foot.
Yeah, back up.
Just sit a little bit closer to the edge of your seat, because
I look away.
Because he has those moments. And honestly, those are the moments that I think is keeping Unai Simone as the number one keeper for Spain.
Yeah, facts.
Because Simone don't do those things.
Yeah. I think I saw like 4 of these yesterday. Wow, I hate how good this team is. And then there's the I think I've hit not interested in about 10 videos yesterday alone of Terry Flewis with the scary. I'm like, bro, how many times you gonna do Arsenal is scary, bro? I know you used to joke that little thing, that little dark skin thing, you know what I mean? And you're trying to pander to Arsenal, bro, but you know it's boring now.
Yeah, I think like I can more handle the Said Matisse thing, because they'll sit there for a couple hours and do a live stream, like that's dedication or whatever. But
Yeah.
This guy literally just literally recycles that title over and over again.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Chelsea was in a Club World Cup final. I don't see one Arsenal content creator who did a watch along for that. But these men do hate alongs for every Arsenal game. But you know, it's mad. So, but they get offended when we say, "Bro, you're small," because that's not big club shit. Like Real Madrid fans do not give a fuck about an Arsenal game or reaction. So why are you, man, just like, come on, did it? Yeah, some would say to BBK2, keep up in the second half performance of yesterday. We need good rotation tactics. Remember hamstrings, etc. Yeah, so that's what we're saying going into this weekend. Calafiori, he got a good 90 minutes rest yesterday, so he should be fresh. You know, and I'm sure they have assistants on the coaching staff who monitor these guys' load and load management. But you know, then you see, because some places we really don't have the rotation right now, like Gyökeres, like he starts on Sunday. And
I was happy that he got him out of there like 70 whatever minute or whatever that was, or 80 whatever it was, just to at least give him a little break at the end. I was happy that he gave Gabriel a rest as well, because he was approaching it. Also, Timber had to get a rest at some point, so that was good. But Saka didn't get a rest. Is that concerning to you?
Yeah, it does. And but Dalman wasn't even on the bench yesterday. He wasn't.
He wasn't. But the thing is,
wasn't
bring one area on for Saka, bro. Let Eze try to keep cooking, because he ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let him fight, because like I said, to me, it's just reps with him in that midfield. Just let him keep playing in the system. Let him keep playing. He'll figure it out. He'll find those pockets more.
Yeah. That's one of two complaints that I had yesterday. Yeah. That Saka played a full 90, and that at 4-0 Champions League game, these fucking match going fans are leaving the stadium, bro.
Yeah, that pissed me off too.
And it's not just yesterday. This has been a pattern. You know what I mean? And but these fuckers will diss international fans, and you're leaving the game early, bro. I've been to like the traffic is bad in North London, but it's not goddamn bad, bro.
No, but I'm saying like it's bro. You went to a football match. Waiting, you're gonna leave and just leave? It's a football match, bro.
And they did it against Olympiacos.
Traffic,
brother. They did it against Olympiacos, and that was a closer game. And so that man.
But the good thing is that doesn't happen as bad at the Prem games, right?
The primetime Prem games are just as bad. Yes.
Sometimes a night game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
the primetime games are just bad. But even when I used to frequent,
it was so noticeable yesterday, though, bro. Like the whole front side of the cannon, bro. No one is there, and it's like I don't know. It was like injury time had just started.
Mm-hmm.
Or before that, like 85th, 86 minutes. I'm like, yo, Chano start.
I'm thinking like they need to like change the camera angle or something because this is a terrible look. It doesn't look.
People up top that's there come down or something. Do something because that looked terrible, bro.
Yeah,
I hated that too.
Yeah, I'm not. So I hear this a lot now. But bro, the way Saka was cooking the shit out of that right back yesterday or that left back, Saka had a fantastic.
I think you know who I blame for Saka being a little greedy yesterday? Tuchel. Because the other day, he was talking truth though. You know, he was like Saka for how good he is. He needs to be up there with the most goals and assists out of everybody in the world. I know he was like gassing him because he's his player and everything, but I think that probably resonated with him. Like, yo, this guy is true, man. I need to score more. Because there were a couple plays where he cut in and he did that extra few touches to get the shot off, and he just kept kicking it on people, you know. So
yeah. I hear this. Wahaha. Yeah, Barca. Yeah, that Swiss ref was too quick on the card for me, you know. But we also see Madrid in the first Champions League game. Man was sitting on the ground, the ball hit his hand, and he gave a pen for that. You know, it's just, but yeah, it's mad. Yeah, bro. Every day, I think he makes 4 or 5 of these videos. Yeah. 4 or 5 of them. With this, it's like it's just copy and paste with the thumbnail because there's nothing.
YouTube loves him though because he's always popping up on my thing.
Yeah, it's a massive channel, bro. He's got I think he's pushing 500K now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's massive. He has a massive following, but it's just you can clip the same content that he spoke of 2 or 3 years ago and just change it. Not even change the thumbnail, just repost it, and it'll be the same thing. Oh shit, goddamn. I'm sitting here waffling thinking about Tony got my head gone that I ain't even see the balls pop up in the chat.
Maybach music.
Rose a born stunner. I can blow money. Sipping when I'm shopping. That ain't no money. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Whipping work. I'm so sophisticated. To get a verse from me, you gotta be initiated. I'm burning purple flowers. It's burning my chest.
Maybach music.
Big up to the GOAT. That's E-Ross. See, so you see how Yokeres be bullying, man. That's how E-Ross walks into the chat room. Man just be wrestling and just flinging off. Hey, get off me like the Olympiacos defender. Get off me.
You better hold your point when E-Ross step in the building, you know. Have it stored away.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah, I pray for Palace this weekend because Yokeres is firing. Pray for Palace. Is it gonna be a?
Are you asking me or Tony Claude?
Yeah, Tony gonna say a 6-0, bro. Yeah, Tony gonna say 6-0.
I'm gonna keep it to the Atletico Madrid prediction. I think we win the game. I think we keep a clean sheet again. I just think right now defensively we're on it. You know, we're really, really in tune. The only thing I will say, we have a little soft spot still in defense on the not really Timber side as much, but on that left side, if somebody can get the ball in space and kind of drive down that wing, I don't think we deal with that particular problem quickly enough sometimes, but pretty much that's the only thing I'm worried about. And that's why with Palace, there's that goal threat because Munoz, you know, that's his type of thing. So
Yeah.
But if we can control that, maybe in this game we say, hey, Calafiori, look, I know you're Pirlo, Totti, Del Piero in one, but just today, can you just be Maldini? You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it takes in this game. Or, you can invert into midfield, but we don't need you to go play attacking midfield today. You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to be the area I think Glasner looks at and says we can get at them over there when Calafiori goes on his mazy stuff.
Right midfield and striker. And then Wahaha say you got a massive army. Says himself fake super chat. I didn't even know you. Oh, gee, people really do that in the spaces.
I don't know. Probably
just like Jamaica when them bite on the chat.
Have bots in there just like generating fake super chats. It's possible.
Yeah, I guess if you feed the algorithm somehow in it. But yeah, man.
That's crazy though.
So next week we have a midweek fixture, Premier League Club. I want this trophy, bro. I need this trophy.
I've heard you say this before.
I want that trophy because, brother, there are people on this negative side who are saying he has to win a major and he has to go. He gives me the FA Cup and the Carabao. He stays.
Yeah,
for me, that's enough for me.
To me, you can actually win something.
Yeah. So, heavy rotation or Premier League squad, you respect him as such. And
look, we have a game like this is why we did what we did in the summer, right? So where in years past, maybe the heavy rotation would mean Marley Salmon is playing center back with, I don't know, someone else from the U21s, right? We don't have to do that right now. We have a Hincapié. We have a Mosquera. We have Miles Lewis-Skelly will probably be fresh enough to play that game, right? We have Ben White, who probably needs a 90 minutes in his legs at this point. So right there, boom, that's a solid back four. And I'm not killing anybody that's in the red line. Right there, You play Kepa in goal. Are you really worried? No, Kepa is decent. He can play goal for that game. You know what I'm saying? And then you move into midfield now. You have Norgard in the midfield. I would think he's going to play again, right? And then, the ones that I think are going to be crucial for me is, do you play Rice? Do you play Saka? Or do you say we're going to go all the way and just play the quote-unquote B team today? Because in the past, Arteta has shown that like he likes to play at least 3-4 of the A guys, So we'll see. But I think we should flex our muscle with the depth of the squad and be like, yo, these are the players we're going to play. And we're not playing none of these players that we've been playing in the Premier League and the big Champions League games. Because Brighton is going to rotate, bro. They're going to rotate.
You sure? Because I think they
have every game so far, but maybe against Arsenal they won't. Maybe. Because they've like man's like Welbeck and stuff. They ain't even been in the squad for the EFL Cup.
I got an NBA logo in the back. You good now, bro?
Let's say it's Wednesday. Oh
yeah. Now Waha has a big NBA fan. He's a massive.
But isn't your NBA stuff normally later?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just reminding the people. Just a shameless plug that the NBA Wednesdays is back.
You see Brunson up there.
Yeah, I see him. You see him. But now, bro, the midfield is where it gets sticky for me. I think Fabian will really play. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays his Premier League team because we are the number one team in
the Prem.
England. He just saw what we did.
It'll be Baliba, it'll be Ayari, it'll be those guys.
Gonna play a strong team. And Welbeck, bro. I had to go check man's profile, but like, how is he 34 years old, bro? He's been playing football for 30 years, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, he broke in early with Man U, so
yeah.
So it seems he's one of them guys that feels like 30 years for real.
Yeah, but I'm good with your back five. I'm perfectly fine with that. The midfield is where it gets a little sticky.
So you're saying we can't go crazy in the midfield, like Zubimendi, Rice, boom. Just let's have that base in there.
Yeah, because let's get by Brighton, and then let's say we get Wrexham.
See who we draw.
Yeah, we get Cardiff or Wrexham. Then you can do that. But this Brighton team, man. I saw these men go down 1-0 to Holland, and everyone thinks it's going to.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing, though. I think in that game he'll probably do that more than start the guys. Like he'll be like, look, 45 minutes to this set of players, and then. Once that happens, we're going to just bring on the cavalry. And I think we can do something similar. We don't need to necessarily start the guys. You get 5 subs, just use your 5 subs.
Starting Trossard against his former team. He normally plays well
To
against them.
be honest, you might be right, because when you look at the games after that, I mean, what is it? It's Burnley away. That's not an easy game per se.
3 points.
But yeah, we're gonna get 3 points there. We have to get 3 points.
More. Yeah, it's 3 points, bro. We're not going there and doing the Liverpool. We're 3 points. Then it's Slavia away, and then it's Sunderland away. 3 points, 3 points, and then international break. Like we have to go on the next international break on top. And then bring back Nani, bring back King Kai, bring back who else comes back after? I think Odegaard should be back.
So basically, all the guys coming back are going to be after the break, right?
Yeah, because there's no need to rush them back. You're blitzing teams. You have enough depth. Yeah, even after the internationals, if they're not ready, you
Sunderland away. That's gonna be a tougher game than people probably think.
Really?
I mean, they're just doing well at home.
They had a good run. This same chat when we're doing the warm up when United were shit. I'm saying 2-0 United, and everyone was saying they were going to beat United. That was United's easiest game.
I had a draw for that game. I knew Liverpool was gonna have some trouble.
That was a training session for United.
Look, even as bad as Amarim's been, like look at him against the better teams. They usually have good results against them.
Yeah.
I mean, they get cooked by Brighton and Brentford and everybody else, but they play decent against the top clubs. Well, not us, but everybody else.
Yeah. Can you read this out for me real quick?
Sasha Vujacic, the greatest Nick.
Wahaha. Slap. Big slap for that, bro.
Must be like your cousin or something.
Nah, he just hates the Knicks. He's a Laker. No, he's a warrior. Yeah, he's
warrior.
He is a warrior.
Who's the greatest Nick to you?
Walt Clyde. But the greatest one I've ever seen play.
You're a trophy man. If you don't get the NBA championship, you can't be my greatest nothing.
Yeah. So it's Patrick. It's Patrick in my eyes, but overall it's
Patrick Aloysius Ewing.
That's it. But I got love for Starks. I think he's our best number 3. Guy that wore that number 3. But yeah, left hand dunk and that. Yeah, but yeah, man. For you,
1 for 17, game 6 and 7. No.
What are we saying?
Forget that.
Yes, Abud said that he has now said Rice will have a better legacy than Gerrard. It's meant. Yeah, it's shock value. Like once you get to that level, of content creation, you need shock value. And some of the smaller channels, it doesn't make sense for you to do shock value because it won't propel your channel to another level. But once you get into that realm and the videos, you can do pre-record and they do like 10, 12K. You operate differently in the space. Here, I engage with the chat. And if this channel should grow to be something big, I will really miss the days when I can do this. And I can go to
the reasoning.
Yeah, man. Because then this would be like a member stream for them, man.
Yeah.
Where able to engage with the chat and that.
Right,
for a good team, Mente can cook. Yeah, if they start their full 11, I do agree that we can rotate, but yeah, full squad on the bench, and at halftime, if it's not going our way, you do not.
Maybe it will just be a situation where it'll all be analytics based. Like if a guy's at the red line, he just can't play. And if you're not, you're gonna play.
Yeah, that game is next week. It's not far. It's next Wednesday.
I know.
Big up the Aussie.
It's a Wednesday. Let's see.
Yeah. Big up the Rambo Kanamba. So, family, we have much to discuss with regards to the season so far. Yeah, bro. It's that we build it as we fly it, my bro. I really understand all this excitement for that we know Arsenal can do. But yeah, bro, the PTSD is real. Yeah. You say you hate the Lakers, the Clips, Boston, OKC, Grizzlies, and Phoenix. What the hell Phoenix do to you, bro? Phoenix? Kevin Johnson and them. You just don't like Ja or SG. I lived in OKC, so I fucks with the Thunder. So yeah, it's one of them ones.
That was a
27 likes says the assembled. Big up, people. Big up. Us LFC fans went through it last season. It's rosy in for Arsenal fans right now, but a few do take it too far, like Gunnar Souls. Yeah, Gunnar Souls was giving Arteta props for all the Moreno's performances for Spain. I'm like, Moreno wasn't great yesterday, but you're not gonna hear nothing now.
Yeah, Marino, like even the things that he does great, he wasn't doing yesterday. Like some ball was just bouncing off his foot. I'm like, yo, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Marino
Yeah.
has touch, bro. What is this?
Yeah. Yeah, he had one. I thought he was gonna dummy for Martinelli to run onto. I thought that would have been a screamer.
That's the one I'm talking about. His
Huh?
touch was like doo-doo, and he could have just left it.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna start. I actually thought Arteta was gonna start the Spanish opposition versus the Spanish.
I did think that Eze was gonna be a casualty. I thought that as well.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be Mendy, Rice, Marino midfield.
Yeah, so we start our Zubi Rice, and you put Eze in front of him, and it wasn't long before Eze was having shots on goal. That's what I want to see. You create chances. You have no God-given right to score, but you create chances. You hit the bar in that. But yeah, man, I'm glad we kept Alvarez quiet, which is not easy to do. You keep an Atletico Madrid team who has a lot of fight in them, because the reason why I picked Skelly for man of the match is because when we scored, they started to go into the game. We became under pressure, and he relieved that pressure with a blistering run.
No, I just think they kind of tried to, like, they conceded a goal, and then they were like, all right away we're gonna start pressing high, and they committed suicide, bro.
Yeah. So if that was the tactical tweak by Arteta that told that, hey, Skelly, they're gonna press from this side, take up residence here, brilliant. Or if that was,
but the thing is, it wasn't even, he didn't do anything differently than what he always does. It's just that he had space behind now because they pressed. He had been doing that from the game started, bro.
When he got that ball, right? When he got that ball, they were okay. Let me run the clip.
Yeah, they were like what? 2 players.
Yeah,
it was a lot of players.
I'm probably gonna get, because if he loses that ball there, trouble if we lose that ball there.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, though. Whenever you're being pressed like that, there's always gonna be one player when you're beating the press that's gonna have to collect the ball, like in that type of situation. And that's how you beat presses the most effective way. You play the ball to one player. If he turns the right way or does the right thing with his next move, you take 3-4 players out of the game.
Yeah,
so that's the chance you take. Instead of kicking it long over everybody's head and hoping that you can get on the end of it, you play that one risky pass to that one player that's gonna have to deal with it, and then you beat that, and you're off to the races.
Yeah, I hear it. And the thing is, the run was brilliant. The pass was spectacular, where Martinelli didn't have to break stride, because you need that to beat Oblak, because he is the top keeper. LFC said people in the WNBA as much as,
and he still touched it.
Yeah, that's a brilliant finish. It's unsavable. Brother, so LFC monster. Quickly off topic. In these United States, bro, it's the NFL, NBA, and I can't even argue college football is bigger than some of the professional sports. College football is massive.
College football, I would argue, is above the NBA.
Yeah, no argument. Bro.
Where I live. I mean, I know it's kind of regional to make that choice. Yeah. Where I live, college football is even bigger than the NFL.
Yeah, bro. The WNBA is probably the bottom of the barrel, bro. They give those tickets away. Even with there's some wave with it, right? But no, it's not. It's not even close. Even the MLS is probably above the WNBA.
Yeah, college football by the marketing on ESPN, bro. It's not. Yeah, not as big as it could be.
Yeah, but college football is massive, man. Yeah, because you in Georgia, yeah.
Yeah, so this
is it the Bulldogs or the Yellow Jackets? Georgia Tech or UGA?
No, so look, where I am, I'm like South Georgia, right? So I'm really close to Alabama. So here it's either Georgia, Alabama, or Auburn.
Okay. Roll Tide. We've been missing that midfield run for couldn't tell you how long. Yeah, and that's what he does, man. That's what he does. So big him up. Why was there 2 groups of celebration going on when we scored yesterday? Oh, where the players? I didn't even clock that. You clocked that? These guys were celebrating with this guys and that? I didn't see it. I didn't see that one. But
on which goal? All of them?
I don't know. I might need to go watch that back.
I know when Gabriel scored, everybody ran to the corner flag with Gabriel.
Yeah.
When Gyökeres scored the first one, everybody came to, they were happy as hell that he scored. Saka almost jumped, broke the man's back. And then maybe it was Martinelli's goal, maybe.
Yeah.
Because
But yeah, man.
people went to Skelly, and like, yo, well done, Skelly.
Yeah, well done, Skelly, man. Well done, Skelly. I'm just the fact that he hasn't been playing much, I'm pretty sure that, him wanting
all right,
to
so you gave him man of the match.
play.
Are you like thinking now, okay, I want to see Skelly with this Premier League team, or you think you're still gonna roll with Calafiori in that back four?
I'm perfectly fine with the rotation. I'm perfectly fine on
If he goes
Sunday.
back to the Premier League, then the next time we play Champions League would be Calafiori. But I'm just asking, do you like him more in one situation or the other?
No, because he could do this against Palace. Because I've seen him do this. Because I've actually been able to criticize him for riding the challenge and let it go now, and he holds it on. Because he does it, like you've said before, he does this run. But when we went to Anfield, it was Calafiori who started. And Mo Salah did nothing. Ekitike, who people who said was good this season, and he has been good, did nothing. But by himself, right? It's not like he was getting a whole lot of Calafiori has been fine. Against fucking who we played? Fulham. Bro, that finish that he put in the top corner that was offside. I'm asking myself, why was he even there? How did he get there, bro? Like, he is ahead of Gyökeres, and this is our left back. You know what I'm saying? But you won't find Skelly there.
Part is when the ball was going over, like, because it was a diagonal, right? And when it comes down, if you notice, when the ball is going over, Gyökeres is already starting to make that run. Then he sees Calafiori and he's like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
I can't go into that space. He's already there.
Yeah. So on Sunday, if I see Trossard starting over Martinelli, which I think he will, rotation. If I see Skelly, Calafiori back in the lineup, it's rotation. Did Declan play the full 90? Did he?
Declan did not come off.
Yeah, I thought he would have taken off Zubimendi with the yellow.
He did take off Zubimendi.
So Marino came on for
no, Norgard came in straight swap.
Okay. So I don't know if he's gonna rotate anyone in that midfield. Now I think we'll see the same midfield on Sunday.
He made a triple sub. It was Gabriel, Zubimendi, and Eze. That was the first sub, and then he made a double sub. Timber and Gyökeres came off. So Rice stayed on, Saka stayed on, everybody else stayed on.
Are you by Valdosta? Or are you close to Columbus?
No, I'm in Columbus.
So you're close to Yagapi then, because he's at Benning.
Yeah, Benning. Yeah, you're right on the road. Oh, you worked Alabama games? Mad.
Oh, okay.
It's crazy, bro. Yeah, man. I'm in Columbus, bro.
It's Caitlin Clark. Yeah, it's she is the golden goose, and the rest of the W, they hate her for it, You know what I'm saying? She's not a tattooed up masculine fucking she's just a nice little pretty girl that plays basketball, and she's good for the mainstream media. So, but the rest of them, they don't like her at all. She gets us some harder fouls. The rotation is working. So yeah, if Skelly now, if it's important that the players buy into that. Now, when Skelly, but you were rotated against Palace on Sunday, you're like, calm, I get it. Now next week against Slavia Prague, I'm going to go cook. Jason, just put your credibility on the line and say Arsenal going to win a major this season. Leave the humble thing out, brother. Just yes or no. Now you got to be humble, because football is a humbler.
Tony Claude, you can't draw me out like no shoes lace.
Girl can actually play the chicks who like Kendrick Perkins. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, tap in.
Just Kendrick Perkins, but on crack. My gosh. It wasn't bad enough to just play like Kendrick Perkins, bro.
Oh man, I think Perk averaged what? Right, like I said, I used to live at OKC, right? I used to go to Thunder games.
5 and 8, that's Perk.
I used to go to Thunder games, and one night Russell was on the bench. Somehow the ball found its way to Kendrick Perkins, and he did like this, like he was about to shoot, bro. 90,000 people stood up and said, no. And he still shot it.
I'm telling you.
Oh man, yeah. Imagine trading a war criminal for Brittany Griner. Yeah, madness, absolute madness. But there's the link for Jason Gooner, people. There it is. Jason, the badness, go brother. Make the people them know, yeah, forward in the Gideon.
So look, we're not into the hate along thing. So we're not going to do the Frankfurt Liverpool game. I'm going to do the game as a fan that I want to watch the most today, and that's the Real Madrid Juve game. So if you guys like to watch along with some Champions League action, when I'm done with this, I'm going to make the thumbnail. So just subscribe to the channel. You'll see it pop up. Go ahead and get on there. And also for any Jamaicans or Caribbean folks that's watching this right now, I'm doing another watch along tonight because man's watch all levels of football, and it's the Caribbean Cup semifinals. Jamaica's club Mount Pleasant is playing against Trinidad's Defense Force. So that's the first leg of the Caribbean Cup. That's 8 o'clock Eastern time. So I'm going to make 2 thumbnails when I'm done with this. Put them out there. You guys can go ahead and drop likes. You don't know, it helps with the engagement and the visibility. But 2 games. We're doing the watch along thing today. Tomorrow, all of my Reggae Boys fans, people that know me from that content, we're doing some keeping up with the Reggae Boys form, because you know we have one last window, BBK. Trinidad and Curacao people. If we get 4 points out of those 2 games, we go to the World Cup, literally. So yeah, that's all we have left. So I'm doing my job as the person in the space that kind of makes sure the team is tactically sound and where we need to be with the selections of the players. I'm gonna do a roundup of what the players been up to. We already lose 2 players to injuries. People can't lose no more, but we're also getting back some players. Leon Bailey came back for Roma, so so we have that as well. So people, that's what I have coming up. And yeah, man, you see me on here, you see what it's about. It's football all the time, people. And yeah, we just keep it level-headed and we stay humble, Tony Claude.
Humble, yeah, people. And I will pin that link to the watch along in my community page as well to direct some traffic that way, because don't want you all to miss out on some great content. Who you got for that game, by the way?
Which one?
The Madrid and Juventus game.
I was thinking about it, and I was thinking Juve have this way to draw games when they shouldn't have drawn. But I just feel like Madrid's going to turn them over today. I don't think it's going to be like a bag up like yesterday's games where it was 7-2s and 6-1s and all these. But I could see them winning the game 3-1 maybe.
Fair enough.
Maybe 3-1 though. I go 3-1 Madrid. I think Madrid is in a good little form right now. Mbappe is looking like the Mbappe of, you know, the World Cup year and all them things. So
yeah, man. But yeah, people, big up. Yeah, NBA Wednesdays is back. You know, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Probably late for UK time, but it's on. You can catch it on the playback if you miss it. Those shows are usually about 45 minutes to an hour. They're not very long, especially since the season just started. But that's what's coming up on BBK Sports. Manners and respect every single time. Big up to everyone who checked in and showed some love. Greatly appreciated across the spaces. I can always say, people, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.